or you want me to start off?
No, I thought you were kicking it off.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it off. Well, hello, good evening. Jacqueline Kebab Harrison here. How is everyone doing this evening? I am super excited. We, or myself, these lovely ladies that have joined me here live, we are here to introduce ourselves and to let you know a little bit more about the Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within book collaboration project. And the purpose of tonight is again to let you know a little bit more about this awesome collaboration, as well as to get you to be able to know and introduce you to some of the awesome co-authors that have come aboard and are also going to be a part of this project. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Miss Joy Brown, if you can go ahead and lead us through tonight's discussion, that would be awesome.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Grab a seat, get your coffee or your tea, and just hang out with us as we have an intimate conversation with the fabulous visionary, Miss Jacqueline Kebab Harris, as well as meeting the dynamic, powerful women that's going to be a part of this phenomenal book anthology. The title is Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within. And so, Jacqueline, we want to start with the visionary, because I do believe you have to write the vision. And so tell the listening audience, who is Jacqueline Kebab Harris, and what was your vision for this anthology?
All right. I surely will. So again, my name is Jacqueline Kebab Harrison, and I am actually a confidence and success coach. And the vision, or actually, let me just tell you a little bit more about myself. So I'm a confidence and success coach. I also have a Queen's Roundtable show, which happens every second and fourth Sunday. And I am also your host for a Queen's Roundtable Leadership Symposium, which happens quarterly. And this book anthology project, Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within, and the vision behind that is I fully believe that we as African American women have innate leadership abilities. Sometimes they're laying dormant, or should I say, a lot of times they are laying dormant. I've come across so many women who just, want to shrink to the back. They don't want to walk in their purpose. They're afraid to shine, because they've always been told, oh, you need to just be happy with, being a mother or being a wife. It doesn't matter what you're good at. This is, you need to kind of stay in your place, that type of thing. And the idea is that I want us to be able to come to the forefront and put our crowns on, if you will, and lead, right? I want us to let our abilities come through. We all have a purpose. We all have things that we are not just good at, but awesome at. So this book is to encourage those women who have just, maybe come upon hard times and just kind of maybe really starting to doubt themselves. So it's to provide encouragement and support to those ladies, as well as business owners, the women that are already in business, right? But they may be having a rough time. They may need some encouragement and be able to recognize and draw upon all of that inner strength that they have. I'm a firm believer that you or we all have what we need in order to manifest our greatness, right? So that's the purpose behind this book. And all of these codes that you see here, all are going to share stories of adaptability, resiliency, and strength. So if I don't care if you've published, you've published, if you've co-authored, or if you've never done it before, this is an excellent opportunity to be able to tell your story. And other women will be able to level up, basically, to grow both personally and professionally. So that's my vision behind the book. So I'm done. I'll let you all go ahead and, take it away and introduce yourselves and, tell us whatever you want to let us know.
All right. Well, thank you. Y'all heard it first. The visionary has said and set the stage for this vision. Did you hear? She said that we all have innate in us to be great. And this book is going to inspire and encourage. And when you think that you can't, this book is you're gonna pick this book up and be like, oh, I can, because my sisters in this book have encouraged me through their stories of how they were resilient and how they had to overcome some things and how they got to where they are today. So let's meet the dynamic co-authors of this phenomenal anthology. And so, co-authors, introduce yourselves and tell us what drew you to wanting to join this great anthology. And I'll start with Angela.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angela Lewis, and I am so excited to be a part of this project. I am an empowerment coach, empowerment speaker. And so for me, wanting to be a part of this project, I truly believe in leadership. And I know that each one of us, we have to develop the leader within. I believe that God has given us everything that we need. We just have to tap into it. And sometimes things happen, life happens. You go through trauma and drama and things that may kind of push you down. But at the end of the day, we all have something that we can share with someone. We have to be empowered with our voices. We have to be leaders who can lock arms with other sisters so that we can move forward and accomplish great things. One of my favorite poems is by Marianne Williamson, Our Deepest Fear. And it's that not that we're inadequate, but we're powerful beyond measure. And so when you think about that, it calls you and it requires you to step out and really encourage your sisters to be the best that you can be, because we all have greatness within. And so if I can share something in my story with someone else to encourage them, to inspire them, to motivate them, and to empower them to step up and tap into the greatness and the leader that's within them, then that is why I want to be a part of this project.
Powerful, y'all. All right. I see our listening audience are commenting, so feel free to comment. Thank you so much. Our next author.
I will go next. Hi, ladies. My name is Coach Ernest Murdoch, and I am also an empowerment coach. I specialize in business. I am so excited to be a part of this particular project. And I must piggyback on exactly what the previous ladies has already said. I truly believe, and what really drew me to this particular anthology is that I feel within my spirit that this is it's going to be more than a book. It's going to be a guide. It's going to be a roadmap. It's really going to be exactly a resource for the women out there who may not have a voice, who may not exactly know how to get from point A to point B. So this particular project is going to be exactly the answer to so many women prayers. I'm believing it, I'm claiming it, and the visionary has already wrote it and she has made it very plain. So I'm super excited to be a part of this. Like I said, I truly believe that this is going to be transformational for so many women lives. So thank you for having me, and I'm excited.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Last but not least,
All
co-author
right.
Wilson.
Yes, I am Coach Keandra, author Coach Keandra. I work with Christian and professional women, helping them to press forward. Because I was once in a place where I was stuck. I was once in a place where it took to fall. You had to fall, get back up, fall, get back up, fall, get back up. So I like to encourage. Delay does not mean denied, and a lot of times, we have to position ourselves to make those adjustments and to adapt to change, but do not lose faith. So, one of my big things that I say is delayed is not denied, and one of my big things is to always look forward. I always give that vision where if you're sitting in a vehicle and you're looking through that windshield mirror versus that rearview mirror, your past is your past. Now is the time to spring forth. Now is the time to press forth. Let go of the old stuff. Let go of the bad stuff, the mistakes, whatever mistakes you made. It was an experience. Learn from your experiences. Get back up. Try again. But do not lose heart. Do not. And one thing that Jacqueline has said that really had when she was telling us about the anthology and telling us about the book, she was saying that we all become weary, but that doesn't make us weak. That doesn't make us weak. How in this she was talking about taking that leap of faith beyond the obstacles. The trials of our faith work with patience, and we have to learn to be patient in the process. And so I'm excited to be a part of this anthology. A lot of things that she had spoke of when it came to the vision just really set home for me, because I've seen myself and I have seen several of my own stories. And so I believe that we all have that story to encourage the next person, to let them know that they are not alone and how to overcome it. Because, we, again, the trials of our faith, that experience that we learn from our experiences, and our test is for our testimony.
Woo! Look here, we got some nuggets tonight, and this was just me, the co-authors, and we ain't even wrote the book yet. So if you're like me, this is going to be good. Like you said, a roadmap, a strategy. When you need some encouragement, you're going to pick up this book. Because again, we all have a story, and just as women, as we wear all these multiple hats, sometimes it gets tough, it gets hard, we go through things, but it's in that press, you said. It's that never being able to give up. It's that believing in yourself that you can. And that's been set by the visionary. And she said it. We all have what God has put in us, what we have in order to get through stuff. So that's the title is, again, Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within. So Jacqueline, is there still time? And is there still opportunities if I want to express interest to join this anthology? Is there still time? Because I know that's probably what the listening audience are thinking. Maybe I can do this.
Sorry, I had this tickle in my throat, y'all. So absolutely, there is still time. There is still time. So I actually take a look at, I didn't put it in, but I will. I'm going to put the link in. It's a jot form. It's a very, very easy, quickly filled out form. Go ahead and fill that out, and then I will send you the details. So there's still time. I would say if you definitely, don't, even if you have never written anything before, excuse me, I would have to start coughing now. If you've never written anything before, don't worry about that. We're going to have a person in place that will help you, make sure you're, on track. And for those of you, you may not even need any help, so it's optional, but just want you to know it's there. The important thing is we want you to tell your story. You need to tell your story. There are people that will benefit from it, and there is still time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So again, she wants to drop the jot form in the comments there. If you are thinking about, I want to learn more about this anthology. These women have said some powerful things, and maybe I do have a story. Yes, you do. We all have a story. And again, our story is not for us. It's our story is to tell our story, to be able to bless somebody and inspire somebody. That's what it's about. And again, this anthology, one thing about I love about anthology is the connection. It's the networking that you get a chance to meet with the co-authors and the relationships that you build. And so if you're writing your book by yourself, then it's just you. But with an anthology, you are joining a network, and we're going to join this sisterhood we got going on right here. And so we just need you to come on, drop that, fill out that form, get a part of this great anthology. So to the co-authors, anything that you want to say to our listening audience to get them excited, or to encourage somebody who's like, I've never thought about being an author, because we want to encourage our sister. Because if somebody told me a year ago if I would be a best-selling author, I'd be like, who, what, how, what? Yeah. But again, I said yes to the call to do an anthology, and it changed my life.
Yes. And I can relate to that. I would say that back in 2018, when I started my writing journey, I actually had just started writing. I was just really writing over my life, because I became pregnant at the age of 15, and I was able to press through high school, and then I went to college. In college, I actually had became pregnant again. So the Lord, I was like, oh Lord. But anyway, I was able to press through high school. I was able to press through college, and I kept a dialogue of how the Lord just continued to give me strength, that I was able to graduate with my diploma and get my associate's degree. And with always wanting to be married, at the time the Lord had blessed me with a husband. And so I'm writing over my life, but the Lord had told me, he said, make it a book. And I said, make it a book. I was like, oh no. I said, writing is one thing, but making it a book another. So I had to have a conversation. I was like, okay, Lord. I said, if you are telling me to write this book, I said, I need you to help me to connect the pieces. And so I just kept praying about it, and he started laying those people in my path. And so I started saying, okay, he's serious about this, because he connected me with people, like a local individual, the Soldier Right House here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I didn't even know that existed here in Knoxville, Tennessee, but he connected me with a sister that had wrote a book, and I was like, okay, Lord. But it was more, really, to me, it was more about, okay, if the Lord done it for her, he can do it for me. You know what I'm saying? But I also looked at it as a connection. He was giving me a visual, because he knows that I'm a visual I'm a visual person. So from there, he just started connecting the pieces. And even now, I have been a part of the first one is self-published, but my second book is, I also was in the anthology. But the sisterhood, it's one thing to do something when you have a sisterhood, and you just able to work with powerful women such as the ones that you see tonight. It's just, you don't, the heaviness, it's not so heavy on you. You don't feel so alone, and you're learning in the process. And not only are you building and developing, but you're learning to profit. You're learning to how to bring in that revenue.
Oh, powerful. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
So
And
we say, come on in. We waiting on you. Go ahead and fill out the form. We waiting on you.
That's right.
That's exactly right. And there is still room at the table. And what I love about this particular project too, and this is actually my first writing assignment. And I'm going to say assignment because I feel like God has been positioning me to write, but I just wasn't ready to write my own project yet. So if you are in that same place, that you know that you have a message within you, but you don't really know how to go about it, or you feel like you don't have that vehicle to get you started, this is a great way for you to jump in and get your feet wet. Go ahead and get that experience under your belt. And just to mimic what my queens have already said, you have a story. If you have survived divorce, if you have survived domestic violence, sexual abuse, being knocked down towards the bottom financially, literally having to crawl yourself back out to the top. You have a story. And the thing about telling your story that people don't realize is, number one, it's therapeutic. The more you can express it, the more you can pour out of yourself, the better you feel. So it's very therapeutic to be able to get your voice out there. And think about it like this: nobody can tell your story better than you.
That's
so
right.
It's your responsibility to be able to put your voice out there before the masses. And not only that, the tests and trials that you go through, it's not for you. It's not for you, baby. It's not for you, because somebody that's standing where you were need to understand that the same God that delivered you and brought you out of your circumstance, that brought you out of your mess, that delivered you, can also do the same for me. So that's why it's so important for us to be that voice, put you out there. And I'm not gonna lie, it may feel uncomfortable for you, especially if this is not what you do. It may feel uncomfortable for you. But like I tell my patients every day, in order for you to grow, you have to what? Get yourself in uncomfortable situations, right? You have to position yourself in the spirit of growth. And you can't grow just by staying stagnant. You got to be
Amen.
to some type of source. So this is a great way for you to get your feet wet, dive on in, dig into that experience, learn, connect, and let's grow and get this thing started together. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this to be my first book project, and it's an anthology. And I truly believe in the spirit of collaboration. So I'm looking forward to working with these ladies, learning from them, growing from them, and putting myself in a better position to reach back and help the next sister.
Oh, powerful. I'm telling y'all, powerful. This is just the intro. Okay. This is just the intro. Just can't wait for the book, y'all. And the book tour they're gonna be doing. Okay. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. Powerful.
So let me just say also, I really want to tell people that there is so much power in your voice. Your story, as the ladies have already said, is meant for someone else. But at the end of the day, a book can be your new business card. When you start talking about making connections with other people, you can use a book as an opportunity to open doors that you may never have thought was possible. When you start looking at writing a chapter in a book, it's an amazing way to be leveraging somebody else's platform. When you do that, you create an opportunity to give you yourself credibility and visibility, because people start seeing you as a subject matter expert. When you're able to do that, you can transition your business, you can transition your brand, your product, your service into something even more profitable because you have stepped into this arena. So don't underestimate the power of connecting on this level. Take the chance, do it afraid. Become what you need to become to be invested in a project such as this. And you already see the power in the house. These ladies are already coming strong, and I already know Jacqueline does everything at a level of excellence. So when you want to get connected, connect to the right people in a project such as this. You have time, make sure you get in, because I'm telling you, what we're doing now is going to even grow and get bigger and better as we progress through it. As the book actually comes out, you'll be able to see so many things that's going to happen just from being connected to this project. Don't sleep on it. Wake on up, get yourself together, go ahead and fill out that form and let somebody know that you're the next person who will be a co-author along with the other ladies, so that we can make this thing happen. I want to see you be aboard with us. Come on.
Yes,
all right. Y'all need y'all stay woke. She said stay woke. Fill out that form, y'all, when we get dropped. I'm going to turn it over to the visionary so she can end with any closing remarks. But listening audience, they've already given you your charge. There is still time. We are looking for powerful women to tell their story. We all have a story to tell, and we need y'all to be a part of this great anthology that is going to, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what it's going to be when everything comes to fruition for this great anthology. And I'm just excited to be a part of the journey. All right, ladies, because I'm like, if we do, this was just the intro. The little meet and greet session. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes. Visionary Jacqueline.
Just to piggyback on everything that everyone has already said, I just want ladies to know that everybody has a story. Because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Up until maybe 2 years ago, maybe about 2 to 3 years ago, I didn't even think I had a story to tell. And I can't remember who mentioned it earlier, but if you went through a divorce, even if you changed profession, it could be something as simple as maybe you went from being, I don't know, a corrections officer to being a life coach, whatever. That's just, for some reason, that was the first thing that came to my mind, or maybe you experienced loss, a lot of grief and loss, you want to write about that, so don't think anything is too small. Any sort of transformation that you had can be helpful to the next person. So that's what I wanted to say. We all have a story. So don't come with all of that small talk. We're like, oh yeah, well that sounds nice, but I don't really think I have a story. Yes, you do. So that's the note that I want to end on. We all have a story, and don't be selfish and just hold on to it. Kiva mentioned earlier that it's therapeutic when you tell your story. It helps you to heal and to grow more as a person. And it definitely helps other individuals grow as a person, personally, professionally, as they read about your transformation. Okay. And that way it helps people to know that they're not alone, that they're not the only ones going through a particular situation. So go ahead and join us as soon as we end this broadcast, I'm going to put the link in there. Like I said, it's a quick, a quick little 1-page form to fill out. Go ahead and do that, and just don't miss this opportunity. All right.
Well,
Thank you.
we thank you all for joining us tonight. This is like our first meet and greet with the co-authors. Again, we are excited about this new anthology, Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within. And there is still time to get involved in this great project.
Yeah, and ladies, I'm super, super excited that all of you are on board. We are just gonna learn and grow. This is just gonna be awesome. I just I can't wait. So
Thank you for having us.
Looking forward to it.
Amen. We are excited.
Yes, I love it. All right, everybody. Well, if that's it, then I guess we can go ahead and close it out. Then have a wonderful evening, everyone. And thank you for joining us. And those that catch the replay, let us know you're a replay viewer and leave any questions or comments you have. All right. Okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.